You just splattered milk everywhere. I love milk. Just a little afterthought that we're going to throw right into the beginning of this video. I talk about trying to keep my standards for my compost and for my soil. You know, wanting it to be all very, you know, like organic, you know, not sprayed with anything, because I'm going to make compost out of that, which is then going to go to my garden, which is then going to go into my food, which I'm trying to put on the table for my family. If you wonder why I'm talking about this, because I'm going to put it in the beginning, it's because I accepted straw again, and I did spread it. I talk more about it later, but it just made me wonder if pumpkins is even something that I should be taking either. You know, it's such an easy thing to get a hold of. I mean, we all buy it, we put it on our porch, it sits there until after Halloween, starts to rot, and people get rid of it. It's, you know, it's a vegetable, right? Pumpkin's a vegetable, not a fruit. You can tell me about that in the comments later. But anyway, you know, it's a pumpkin, can deteriorate, compost down, turn into soil. But it makes you wonder if pumpkins are even good to take, because I know a lot of people that have grown pumpkins, and I've seen, you know, naturally grown pumpkin patches around the area, and you see, you know, half the field is kind of laying there already, you know, kind of half rotten in the field. But there are very big places that grow thousands and thousands of perfect, plump, big pumpkins that can sit on somebody's porch for a month. Makes me wonder if that's even something I should be taking. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. This video is long enough. Enjoy the show of the chickens and me bringing in pumpkins. What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. I had a good friend reach out to me and drop off a ton of fall stuff. I still have a few people around town, I think, that are gonna give me some stuff too, but I appreciate you, Kenny. Thank you. So we got all types of bales here, a whole bunch more mums, and I don't even know how many pumpkins are underneath of all this, but we're gonna start spreading the bales around in the yard from off the top, and that'll uncover all the pumpkins, and then we'll start bringing pumpkins and mums in up top there. So I might throw the camera out and just video from somewhere, or I might not. We'll find out. All right. I have no idea how many wheelbarrow loads that was. But we're done, finally. I did break my word. Shame on me, shame. I took more straw. This is gonna be the last of it though. Such a just, I don't know, like a mindset where we live to take whatever you can get, but I wanna have like a standard, you know, of like my compost and my soil. So I will not be taking any more. If I take it, the wife made a good point. Like, you know, if like we want to get like the pumpkins or other stuff like that, and we're okay with getting those, but we don't want the straw, then just throw it on the burn pile. So that's what we're gonna do from here on. But I spread it because it was nice to get something on this hill, so it isn't so barren, not so muddy. I mean, the chickens obviously love it, so I mean they're not mad, but I am at myself. No more straw. We're not gonna do it again. The pumpkins, holy cow, there's a ton of pumpkins up here. If you watched a bunch of my videos, you know I've talked about making my chicken yard bigger, taking it farther that way, having that area a really nice area to plant a few more permanent trees that will be permanent residents of our chicken yard to grow and drop food for the chickens. And then I also wanted to make it bigger this way too. That is for this. You know, right up here, the hill isn't so bad. And I'd like to have like, you know, like a big 20 by 20 area just right here. I mean, it can literally start from that post like 15, 20 feet, 15, 20 feet, and then come back. But that whole area, I want to just be able to dump a ridiculous amount of material. I want, like, that whole truckload of wood chips could just be piled up there. And then this whole truckload of pumpkins could just be dumped on top of it. And then manure and produce from our garden, once we're collecting that, can all be piled up here. And then as it mixes and becomes a proper ratio of like carbon and nitrogen, then it can slowly work down into here. This could be its first little pile up as a proper mixture to start composting. Trickle on down, pile up down here, and then into the hoop house to kind of finish. And then we can take it directly out from there and start stockpiling it as we hopefully get more material than we're using. I mean, in the first few years, we're gonna want every single thing we can get out of here because we're obviously building a very large garden. But eventually, it will be where we don't need it as the second that it's done, and we can start flipping it that way towards the door and letting it age over there. But we have a ton of pumpkins. A couple interesting ones that I've never seen before, like this one. And then they got some weird shaped ones. Some mums, more mums in the collection. So many pumpkins. It makes you wonder just how many thousands of acres are put to growing pumpkins for Americans to sit on their porch and carve. I can't say I'm not in that minority because I have pumpkins on my porch too, but it makes you wonder. Think about it. But all the pumpkins are up here. It's overflowing. It's crazy. The hill's covered with mulch, and the chickens are loving it. Maybe it'll keep their bottoms a little bit cleaner for my eggs to not have to be washed or eaten for myself. I try not to sell dirty eggs to customers. I'll give them a little bit. If there's a little bit of dirt on it, they don't care, and I don't care either. But if it's completely covered in mud and chicken crap, I don't. Usually I just go to the pile for my dog, and that becomes her breakfast. But that is all done. We're gonna go get some chicken feeding and give them their evening feeding and go to the house because all of my ladies inside are sick. I have been sick for the last couple weeks, coughing up everything. Sarah's clean once again. And yeah, so my sick wife was left alone with my two sick daughters for me to come deal with the chickens. Are you sure you want a homestead? There's always something to do, even when you're sick. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And we're still very busy, still picking away at that, but that's another video. See you in the next one, guys.